If you love steampunk, we have a brand new take on it. We call it Steampunk for Everyone, and there are so many things that you can do. I'm going to go through each of the items in our new collection, and I'll tuck these over here and start with the 12 by 12 papers because that's where we always start. And there are 12 sheets. They're 12 by 12, as I said. You also have 116 cutouts. And let me show you what the papers look like, every single one. So this is what you might expect of steampunk. We've got trains and motorcycles and cars. I guess I should turn them like that so you can see. We also have a ship, we have an airplane, we have a very colorful hot air balloon, which is fun. And there are two border strips right in the middle that you can just trim right out. And the papers come like this. They are have a two-page spread, and all you do is just pull it. And there is the back of the first sheet, all those gears. We have some animals, so you can see the mouse, you can see the bear, we've got a wolf, a lion, a dragon, just wonderful. Again, two of the borders. And on the back, we have some gears with a green, lightly patterned sheet. Here is the surprise. We have steampunk flowers, and you can see them, lots of different colors, just beautifully done, and a wider border right there. And on the back of this, there are flourishes in this rose color. I'm going to separate those two. And we have more animals, a horse, we've got a crow, a kitty, an elephant, duck, and penguin, of course, and two borders. On the back side, we have this that looks like blueprints. And then we have another surprise. We have butterflies, ladybugs, dragonflies, again, two borders. That's neat. Got a lot of different looks. On the back of this is a golden sheet, just beautiful. And then we have our cutouts. However, they are designed to go on the front of the card and also on the inside of the card. Of course, you can do whatever you want, but that also works nicely. So you can see what's going on in lots of colors. And on the back side of this, it's a very textured wood sheet. So you're going to have two each of those. And because this comes from hot off the press, you are going to have some ideas on the back of the package. In fact, there's a card and a page, but let me give you a close-up of those. And here is the first, a very masculine page. There's that gold sheet and the cutout, and then some of those borders. And the Thankful for You is also a cutout. And the photograph has been double matted onto the solid papers, which I'll talk about in a minute. Here is a card using the sunflower, just beautiful, but it, like the page, has these metal gears. And let me just show the shine of those. They are metallic, and they just add a really nice dimension to the projects. Thinking of You here, and this is one of the large cutouts with some dazzles with them. So just, again, the masculine and the feminine, all in the steampunk look. So let me get these out of the way, and let me show you what is in the solids. Now, you might think steampunk, okay, it's going to be brown, it's going to be black, it's going to be tan, but aha, look at all of those colors, just gorgeous, because we're using so many images. And these are the 12 sheets. This is 6 sheets, and you're going to get 2 of each. So you can see all of those colors, and let me turn them over. You can see that you're going to get another shade of the same color or a similar color on the back side to each of those, and they will match quite perfectly, I assure you. Now we'll go into the 6 by 6. Let me get these out of the way. Now, it is the same art that I just shared with you. However, in the 6 by 6 size, in the package, you're going to get 4 of every single sheet. So again, let me just show them to you, and you will have 232 cutouts, so that's great. And here they are again. So you get, you can see all of those images. Again, the borders in the middle. I'm going to open this up and just separate them. You can see the brown gears. We've got the little animals. We've got 2 pages of the animals and the green. And then we've got the flowers because they're so useful and so unexpected, don't you think? The other thing about these cutouts, you can see that they are, of course, in the 12 by 12, they're twice as big, but they also leave room for a greeting. So you can put one of the cutouts there, you can put dazzles, you can put them down there, you can put them underneath, you can put them to the side. So lots of variety, a lot of variety possibilities. There is the back of it, and here we go into the other set of animals, and there is the back. And then here we have the fluttering and fluttering bird, not birds, fluttering winged things. And then we've got that gold sheet, and then more of the cutouts and that sheet. Now again, we're going to give you an idea on the package. It looks like this, but let me show it to you right here. So with the 6 by 6, they're going to be ability to do a nice collage on the front of your card or on your scrapbook page. And as you can see, lift some with foam tape, and you've got a really nice look. So that's great. We always have die cuts, and the die cuts are these. There are 2 sheets inside. They look like this. There are 2 different sheets, and they're just going to pop right out, almost as this one is popping out right now. And you can see all of those colors. Most of them have words with the art, but all of them have the art, so that you might want to perhaps tuck this underneath this one, or want to do something else. So just, again, lots of possibilities. We have slim greetings over here, and then the tag looks and so forth on this side. As we always do, we have ideas on the packaging right there, but let me show you. And here we have this card. This is using one of the big cutouts, of course, the solids, and 2 of the die cuts. So that works nicely. Some dazzles and a metal gear. And then here is a masculine card with one of the big cutouts. And this is the die cut, and there's a die cut there. We added some copper jewel dazzles onto that also. Just works really well. Now, we also have our cutting die. And I have to tell you, there's so many things that you can do with this. There are 14 dies, and some of them are meant to be layered. So let me show you. Here is the card that's on the package, and we're going to get in super close. Thank you. And you can see that the gears, which is right here, were die cut out of, this is out of brown holographic paper. Then our elephant, and isn't he gorgeous? So you can see there's the full elephant, and there is his trunk. So the trunk was done as a separate piece. Both of them were die cut out of the solid papers, and then touched with some ink and foam taped on top. And isn't that beautiful? And I think it's fun to pair him or her with the floral cutouts. Best of Friends is part of the cutout, and you can see how Debbie tucked this under the elephant. And also she trimmed right along the edge of that piece to kind of slip the gear in. So you can tuck them however you want. She added some crystals also. And this is the compass right here on the corner. So just so many things that you can do. The butterfly also has the wings that are separate and the body that is separate. There's the body and the wings right there. And here is the clock. And the little mouse has got a hat, and his hands or his feet are going to pop up too. So just a lot of things on here. This is the gears with the flowers, so everything is showing. One last piece of this collection is the chipboard. Now we're going to stay in close, and there are 17 pieces. And wow, yes, we are close. Look at all of that line art. It really just makes these come to life. Isn't that pretty? And you can see on this card, which is also on the back of the package, so here are the flowers, and Debbie has tapped that with the gold ink pad, and then she's colored in the flowers and added some crystals. The greenery on the leaves has been colored with all of that. All of the colors are tri-blend markers, and like I said, this is the gold ink pad. The gears here were just tapped with the ink, the gold ink pad. And you can see the gears right there. So you have a large compass, you've got the lion, a hat, the hot air balloon, the car, the butterfly, and a book, all of those typical steampunk elements plus the flowers and butterflies that you don't normally see. So that's really great. We love to bring you some unexpected things as well as some things that you might expect. So we have Steampunk for everyone in the solid cardstock, in the 12 by 12. We're going to have to back up to make room for all this. In the 31 die cuts, as well as the 6 by 6, the cutting dies, and the chipboard. All of this will be released shortly. They are all in stock, and I think you can see that we've just got a lot going on. Now, speaking of a lot going on, if you are a VIP, meaning that you have purchased $500 or more over the last 12 months, you will have received 6 sheets of the 12 by 12 earlier this month. And this is what that looks like. So the system will automatically calculate your purchases, but that's just something we do every single month for those folks. If you have signed up to get our emails, you can get this as a download. And as you can see, it's images out of the Steampunk for Everyone. And these are cutouts that you can just use again and again, however you like. We also have 2 subscriptions. One of them has everything except the cutting die. We also have a subscription. We call it I Want It All. Now, in this subscription, you choose not to get the cutting die, but you're going to get everything else. And what's great about this, several things. Number one, you're going to save 20%, just in case you can't see that tiny type, 20%, and you'll receive the collection before the webisode. Now, the webisode is going to give you even more ideas, but certainly you're going to have 6 ideas just in the packaging, as you could see. Now, if you really want everything, and that I can understand, and including the cutting dies, we call it I Really Want It All. Same idea. You're going to save 20%. You're going to receive them before the webisode, and you will have everything in your hot little hands all ready to create absolutely stunning projects. So that's what we have for this month. I hope that you are as excited about this as I am. You know, steampunk just never goes away, and I'm happy to have a brand new look with it, to have our feminine and masculine sides all get the steampunk touch. That's what we have, and we'll see you later.